What's up, y'all? This is yours truly, Myron with TheMindOfMyron.com, and I never did these before, but I love TV shows, and I've been thinking maybe I should start reviewing some of my favorites. And in honor of Dear White People Season 2, I said this is gonna be my first go at it. So we're gonna try with Dear White People Season 2. But if you haven't started watching yet, you should. And I mean, if you're watching this video, you probably have already seen at least the first episode. And you saw Sam
getting it popping
with that vibrator. I was like, oh my God. I thought it was going to be a flashback. Well, I thought she was going to have the white Gabe, and then one of the black guys she fooled around with was going to pop up in this fantasy. But she was really getting it popping. But let's reverse back and go to the beginning of the episode. So, as we see the episode start, we see Sam putting a bunch of sugar in her grits. And I was instantly disgusted. I am team salt when it comes to this salt versus sugar debate in your grits. I personally think Sam's white side is partially the reason for her adding this sugar to her grits. And if you're watching this and you put sugar in your grits, let me be clear.
You're disgusting.
Salt, pepper, cheese, and butter is all you need for your grits. But, okay, so we start this episode off because last season we saw a lot go on with these protests. So we saw that they are gentrification taking place. In a sense, at least, we saw unfamiliar people in Armstrong Parker. We know that this hall was designed just for the black folk. And now we see a bunch of the white and them in the hall. Because during the protest we find out Hancock Hall, or let me get it right, David Hall was burned down, so they had to basically integrate Armstrong Parker, which they wanted to do anyway. So I feel like it was planned. That we'll figure out later on in the season how exactly this happened. So we see Sam is just kind of shook up throughout the whole episode. She's not herself really, and her friend Joelle, which Joelle is bad. Joelle is bad. I feel like, at least I know, I feel like there's a lot of eye candy on this show that, regardless of who you are, it's somebody that you thirst over on this show. My personal person is Joelle, and I love Logan Brown, who is Sam, but
Joelle has my heart, all that chocolate, that melanin, you know, y'all favorite word.
But anyway, Joelle trying to get her back into action, but Sam is just in a funk from the protest, from losing Bay. And one thing I noticed with Sam in this episode is that she's kind of struggling being mixed. Like, we see she's kind of struggling being half black and half white, for the fact that she's so pro-black that her white side is being used against her. And we see her as a young child kind of, you know, loving her relationship with her father, but flash forward years later, we see she's, in a sense, it came off to me, she kind of like resents him in a sense for the fact that, like, I'm white, like she kind of resents that side of her. And I think her dad just wants to be her dad and wants her to love every part of her, which she should, but Sam, who she is, she's just like, no, I can't do it right now. So anyway, yeah, I think Sam, that's going to be a running theme with Sam trying to figure out being herself and who the person she wants to be, in a sense. But anyway, let's go back to what I said in the beginning of the video. Sam was getting it popping. Sam ain't been getting no meat due to her breakup and her other boo getting with Joelle, which he shook up too. But Sam is horny as hell. And we see her getting it popping, thinking of it. See, and that, again, that goes back to the conflict, because though she's pro-black, she's fantasizing about the white guy, Gabe. And I feel like she's conflicted, like it's all messing with her. But yeah, pre-baiting is something Joelle said. And that's funny that she said that, because she was like, you're pre-baiting, so when you get around Gabe, get horny and tempted and stuff like that. And I thought it was very interesting because like I feel like guys when we do that, I pre-bait this, so we can last longer when we actually finna go get some. So I mean I thought that was interesting. I guess in a sense we can use pre-baiting too if like, we want to get one off so we don't go nowhere just on 10. But I mean more so in the sense, when we, pre-bait, we trying to let that first one go so we don't go so quick. But she was trying to, so she didn't have to get her feelings when she got her out gay, which essentially she kind of still did, but it happens. First time doing this, so I got my notes. So we see throughout the episode just building. Joelle is really basically she building Sam back up. Shout out to the strong black sister. She's building Sam back up, but Sam is just going at it with this Instagram page, Twitter page called the Alt Ivy W. Now we don't know who this page is, but we know it's somebody around Sam. I think the person's black. That's just me. I think it's a black person running this page, and I feel like we're gonna figure that out later on in the story. I feel like it's a black person running the page, messing with Sam, and I would hate to find that it's somebody close to her just really picking with her.
Cause it be your own niggas. We know it be your own niggas.
We see that, and we saw that recently in the Kevin Hart situation. So, I know that I hope it's not nobody close to her, and I feel like the person, if it is somebody close to her, they're gonna justify it to say, we just were trying to get you out your funk, but it just kind of went too far, like the episode of Catfish or something like that. But I feel like it's somebody close to Sam, but it could be anybody. But we know it's a person. We know it's a person. It's gonna be interesting to see who that person is. But this person is really messing Sam up, especially at the end of the episode 1, when they sent, I guess your daddy messed you up, basically having sex with a monkey and showed a picture of her family. And I mean, I think that was the trigger that kind of like, okay, it's go time. Like, Sam was in a funk, but that message specifically got her out her funk. And in the next episodes, which I haven't seen yet, we're gonna see Sam like turn up real quick. New show alert. Lena Waithe was said to be on this season of Dear White People, and apparently she's coming on campus in the future episodes that I haven't seen yet. But I missed our fake scandal. But I mean, I think this is gonna be interesting too, like a fake love and hip hop. But you see, the black folks wasn't feeling this, like talking about, but the white folks loved the culture and all that stuff. Because again, that's kind of how they think we are if they're not around us. So that's why let's just be real. We watch love and hip hop, but the white new they love and hip hop too. So it was interesting seeing how funny they thought the show was and how the black people was just like,
What's going on?
So again, we saw Troy come back as well. Shout out to my boy Lionel. They didn't get as much screen time during this episode, but I think, of course, we know they're gonna have solo episodes throughout the season, I assume, and we're gonna see more of them. Troy is back, and I think Troy is gonna take, while Sam is kind of conflicting with herself of trying to figure out who she is this season, I believe. I think Troy is gonna be the guy who knows who finally figured out who he is, and he's gonna become like Sam in a sense was last season. So I think that dynamic is gonna be interesting to see. Reggie's gonna come back. We talked about Reggie a little earlier. He's still shook up from the police incident, and just gonna be wondering. I wonder if we touch on mental health, because I know they probably shook him up this season. We didn't see Coco much. We saw her passing by, but I'm sure she's still gonna be a big factor in the show. I thought for a second she might be over the Twitter page, but I think she might be over that. I thought we were going to see Coco this season more in the black community, but I guess I'll have to wait a few more episodes to see if that happens. I'm sure Lionel will be a bigger part. Hopefully Lionel will get a bay this season so he can stop lusting over Troy. Who else I got? Kelsey is Kelsey. I was interested to see who was this Order of X, because we saw they followed Sam on all their socials. So it's going to be interesting to see where they was. And I thought the documentary Gabe was started, the Am I Racist documentary was very interesting. I think in the sense that we always say that Sam was wondering how his message was getting relayed in a better context than hers, and they had the same message. Basically trying to talk about, oppression, equality, all that stuff. But because he was white, he was getting his message across. But at the same time, while I know that might suck, Sam, I think that you have to have white people on your side in this debate, and you want to have people who want to know if they're doing wrong or not. So I think you relate better to your people. So if I'm telling you as a black person that you might relate better to me. So as Gabe as a white man telling his people like, okay, y'all, we might be tripping, and not even knowing we tripping, but we might be tripping. I think that is still an effective way to get a message across.
But that's it. I'm about to go pre-bait. I'll see y'all for episode 2. You dig?